What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. So today we're going to talk about the cryptocurrency news from around the altcoin, Bitcoin communities, and there's a lot to talk about. But before we do that, let's take a look at the market cap being $550 billion. This market is moving straight up sideways. It is not going up or down the last couple days, and I would not be surprised if it continues to move sideways for another month. Um, I I have no reason to believe it's going to go down, and I have no real reason to believe it's going to go up. But of course, we don't. We know none of us know for a fact. So all I'm doing is just kind of preparing for this thing to move sideways. If I would say it has any direction to go, personally, I would suggest that it has room to grow going up after the CME futures of January 26th. There might be an opportunity to move. But right now, the market is moving sideways, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it continue to move sideways and not really push towards that $1 trillion market cap that we're all kind of waiting to see when we'll get there, right? That will more than, in my opinion, I'm anticipating sometime in the summertime between, May to August is when we could start to really put a push on that. Could happen sooner. So in that time frame is when I really expect the market to move. But this moving sideways is pretty healthy for us. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of this news here that's been, coming up. So former Ripple executive invests $57.5 million into Uphold. Uphold is it's an exchange where you can not just convert USD to Bitcoin, but you can also convert some of these other foreign currencies into other currencies, and they have the US dollar card on there, the Bitcoin card. So to see that an executive of Ripple, Greg Kidd, has invested into it, it is interesting. $57.5 million investment from former Fed Reserve senior analyst and Ripple chief risk officer, Greg Kidd. So that says something about the background of Ripple, being that they had a Federal Reserve senior analyst on board, just how deep that project with Ripple really is, right? So if we take a look at another line item here, world's first cryptocurrency airport in Brisbane, Australia. I don't know, is it Brisbane? Some of you in Australia can correct me on that. Will soon become the first cryptocurrency airport terminal, according to reports from local media. So shout out to Australia for getting in there. And Australia is funny because they always want to be the first for something, whether it be the first to go fully clean energy or first city with an airport terminal being cryptocurrency only. The move to digital currencies makes sense for the airport as the number of crypto investors increases, according to Roel Hellemans, the general manager of strategic planning and development. One thing this tells me, the Aussies are usually very conservative with the direction they go. So they do like to be pioneers, but they also are conservative with what they proceed forward with. So the fact that the Australian government and the Australian people are moving forward with cryptocurrency kind of, to me, indicates that there is a bright future for cryptocurrency because, like I said, the Aussies tend to be very conservative, but they also like to be pioneers. But once they get that green light that this thing's got potential to be around, they do tend to like to be the forerunners, the front end leaders, right? So doing something like this doesn't surprise me for Australia. So Japan turns into cryptocurrency haven as others crack down. So as South Korea cracks down or China cracks down, Japan has become kind of a leader. Japan is fast turning into the world's top haven for cryptocurrencies, drawing benefit from a broader clampdown in China and South Korea on the main digital currency, Bitcoin. So this is on the website Nikkei Asian Review. You can read this here. And if we just jump over here to another line item in this article, you can see governments around the world, especially in Asia, are clamping down in the face of wild price swings that can distort flows of funds and create instability in the financial system. Scams, tax evasion, money laundering, and terrorism financing are all concerns as well. Japan was an early adopter of cryptocurrencies, recognizing them as a valid payment method last year. Now it appears to be the world leader for Bitcoin trading, with yen Bitcoin transactions now accounting for 40% of the global total. I'm just going to put this out there. If Japan were to all of a sudden become negative about cryptocurrency, being that they make up about 40% of that, stand by for that, right? You know, that would be a shakeup. So let's hope Japan stays bullish on this and their government is able to not panic and make any crazy decisions like we've seen from China or Korea. I'm just putting that out there. That's just something to keep an eye on as an investor. You can't, it's like saying, like, wear your seatbelt, right? You know, like, you hope nothing happens in the car, but you still got to tell your friends and your family to wear the seatbelt, okay? And that's kind of what it is. It's just like, hey, just brace yourself in the event, right? So, startup wants to sell your DNA for cryptocurrency. Okay, what is going on with this now? I thought we were getting away from all that crazy stuff, but no, blockchain definitely involved in this, and I don't know what to think of it other than whoa, right? I mean, what else am I supposed to think? If you're broke with bodily fluids to spare, you can sell your blood plasma, you can pawn off your sex cells. Or if a new startup is successful, you will soon be able to spit in a cup, upload your genetic code to the blockchain, and sell it for cryptocurrency. I mean, that kind of makes my stomach a little bit queasy, but I guess if it's good for humanity, then interesting. Okay, so I figured I'd just put this out there because it is happening. You know, what am I supposed to say? You want me to not talk about it if it makes you queasy? You know, so it's happening, right? And then if we look at this is kind of an interesting news. Microfinance giant Robinhood makes big bet on Bitcoin trading. This is a big deal because I actually use Robinhood. I use Robinhood for stocks. If you don't, and I'll just put this out there, I'm looking to get into Tesla. Although I'm a little bit concerned because Tesla stock is it's not overpriced. It's at an all-time high almost. So jumping into Tesla at these prices, but I just like Tesla cars. And I like what Tesla is up to, and I think Elon Musk is an amazing leader. So I just put that out there. But yeah, Robinhood, a stock app looking to sell and trade cryptocurrency. Let me know what you guys think of Tesla, by the way, if you've watched this video all the way through here. Anyways, let's take a look at some of these coins on the market here. I've been hearing some things from not just myself, but people are liking this price range for Cardano. Due to the fact that it's kind of stabilized around this range. Litecoin at this price is, people are liking this right here. People are really liking Ripple at this price. Bitcoin, I'm not really too big on Bitcoin at this price. I like Bitcoin below 10,000, I would say. Ethereum, I like Ethereum below 1,000. And if we just go through here, I'm excited to see Steam keep moving. 649. This thing's just been going up, up, up. So that's cool for us because I like Steemit. Speaking of Steemit, we have been posting consistently on Steemit. If we go to our feed, you can see people are making money on here. And I've been trying to tell you guys, if you guys want to make some money, start up a Steemit channel. That's basically what I've been trying to say to you guys. Whether you do it or not, that's up to you. I'm trying to see how to... Oh. Let's see here. Oh, look at this. This is a video. That made $42. Matt's been posting stuff on there for us. So $42, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that helps us grow. That helps us grow our team. As you know, we have a lot of people that we've brought in from the altcoin army. When I say a lot of people, there's definitely more than one person, right? You've heard it from several different narrators. So, I mean, we are growing our team, and I'd like to get people paid. So we are looking to generate some money, and also not just do narration and become a media conglomerate or a media company, an alternative news company, but also look to get some innovation in the tech side of things, doing applications. So to all you software developers and programmers and coders out there, hit us up. I try to respond. We are getting about 100 messages a day. and I obviously I can't read all those, or even our team can't field all those. But if you, I am able to tell if someone's trying to just put some riffraff copy and paste email out there, opposed to someone who's got like legitimate questions. We are getting questions from people who are saying, "Hey, what do you think of this investment? What do you think of my portfolio?" Those are not getting responded to. Number one is we don't give professional financial advice, so we're not responding to people's requests about should they sell or should they buy. We're just not doing that. So if you're one of those people out there asking us that stuff, don't even bother, because we're not going to respond. And at this point, we don't know any professional financial firms in cryptocurrency that can provide you with advice. The best thing you can do is continue to research, okay? But if you're a software developer or a programmer and you got some ideas for some websites that you'd like us to explore and develop alongside with you and talk about on our channel to share with our audience, that's something I'm interested in, because I know you guys are always looking for the next big thing, the next best wallet, the next best website to use for research, right? Research is important these days. We've got some people who are doing Udemy courses. Marcus, he's got a Udemy course. Big thing with that, my aunt, she's 62 years old. She called me yesterday, my aunt, and she said to me, she said, "Hey, do you know where I can get some Bitcoin for beginners? Anything? I don't understand this stuff, you know." And I'm like, that's funny. I make videos talking about Bitcoin, but I haven't really talked about anything for beginners, because most of you guys aren't beginners, so I don't bother talking about it. But it made me think, and I was like, we need like an ultimate Bitcoin for beginners or cryptocurrency for beginners course that we can send to these people who are older that are going to be coming into the market, especially as mainstream adoption grows. I like Richard Branson's approach to business. He says, if there's a problem, that's a business opportunity for you. The business opportunity is in solving the problem. So to all you guys out there aspiring to be entrepreneurs and business people, when you have a problem and you solve that problem, that's a business opportunity, okay? For example, like, here's something that I consider to be a problem. It's not really a problem. It's a first world problem, but it's an irritation for me. Paper receipts. Every time I go to a store, I get a paper receipt. They want me to put it in my pocket. I have coins, and I have my coins are wrapped in my receipt with like a dollar bill in there, and I'm like, man, this receipt every single day just goes straight in the trash. Even if I buy a coffee for $1.99, I don't want a paper receipt. So I've always said, man, why doesn't someone use the blockchain to eliminate paper receipts? Because that's a problem. All these paper receipts, last I heard, someone has the monopoly, or there's like an empire built around the paper for the paper receipt, old money way. But I'm saying, like, let's use the blockchain to get rid of receipts. That's just one idea. And, you know, if you guys want to start up ICOs, I want to be inspiring you guys to do these ICOs. And I'm here to be an advisor, whatever capacity I'm available to do. Obviously, I'm only one person, but we can put people in place to get this stuff moving. We need innovation. We need leadership. And I like to lead things. So I'm saying I need some innovation from you guys, because I'm relying on a lot of the community. Not just even if you don't want to work with us, you don't even have to work with us. I'm saying get out there and do something in the blockchain, and let's get some technology and let's get some innovation moving forward, because it does us no good to just be standing on the sidelines like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? You know, and if you're like Eeyore out there going, nobody likes me. Oh, we don't want to hear any of that, man. Like the whole like sad thing. If you're sad, like, get in the game and you won't be sad anymore. There's even I'm going off on a little bit of a rant, but there's even this discussion that's out there about retraining your brain. When your brain's in flow, it's called flow. So get a flow about your life. So get a purpose and get some flow, and you won't have time to wander. Because when your brain's wandering because you don't got anything to do, is when you start to get sad and unhappy. They already did a study that said most people are unhappy when their mind is wandering, thinking about all these things. Does she like me? Why doesn't my friend like me anymore? All this stuff. But if you're working and you got a flow and you're actively engaged in a project, you'll be a lot more happy because you're moving forward. And that's what I'm saying. So all you out there who are like Eeyore, or like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? You know, all I'm saying is You can join us, or you can start doing something with some other people and start rallying some people, because we got the blockchain here and we're all looking to move forward. So that's what the whole point of coming together is getting some stuff done. Anyways, guys, we'll see y'all later. This is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. Follow us on Twitter if you're not already on there. Following us, we just tweeted Grant Cardone. I like this. If people don't know you for your work ethic, you ain't working. That's Grant Cardone. I like Grant Cardone. I follow him. He's cool. He's another guy that you can keep up with if you're in one of those positions where you're on hard times, whatever. And I've been there. That's how I know. I've been in that position where I was like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? But you just got to put your nose down and grind it out. Like, you got to just be like, well, there's only one way to go from here. Up, not out. Can't check out, right? You got to stay in the game and keep on rolling. All right, guys, so we'll see you later. Catch up with us on Instagram if you like. Steam it, Twitter. We'll see y'all later.